Agile is usually taught with software projects, sticky notes, and buzzwords. But what if I told you that you have already been practicing Agile in your own life every single day? In this video, we are going to look at Agile for everyday life. Instead of corporate projects, we will use simple universal routines, things like groceries, cooking, cleaning, or even watching cartoons. By the end, you will see how Agile is not just a project management method, but a way to live more effectively. Why are we going to use personal life examples in this video? First off, familiar situations will make Agile less abstract. Things like groceries, breakfast, shower, cleaning the dishes, lunch, and such are things that everybody does. Everybody does, or everybody's has some relationship to. So if we use these things as our tasks in relationship to Agile, then we will all feel more agile and feel more connected to it. And it also helps predictive thinkers, those that have worked in predictive projects, those that have been working on fixed price long-term contracts like construction projects. Thinkers like those will feel more agile. Thinkers that have been working in terms of projects that were planned mostly planned up front and executed in one go, those would actually benefit from looking at things from a more personal life perspective to better understand Agile as well. So Agile at a glance, what does it usually entail? So first off, most Agile methods, or at least the most popular ones, rely on short iterations. In Scrum, they are known as sprints. So they are usually between 2 weeks to 1 month, in which the project team does the project work and plans for it plans for it and executes it and develops the product, and then submit the product or the deliverable by the end of the sprint for review and for the customer to make use of the deliverable, and then they get the feedback and replan accordingly. That's the sprint aspects of Agile. Then there is the prioritized backlog. So the product has lots of tasks related to it. They're not done in one go, so they are prioritized. Which one should we do first, or which ones should we try to do first? And then in each sprint, we execute and complete a portion of the backlog. Then we also, as we discussed in the sprints, we use feedbacks and adaptation. So throughout the project, we deliver to the customer, but we also get feedback on our delivery. Is the work good? Does the work need some adjustments? And are there any changes? And we adjust, and the team adjusts in order to better deliver value to the customer. And also visualize the progress. So we can use the Kanban board, in which we check the to-do list. So here we use the prioritized backlog items that we didn't complete, and in progress we check the items that we are currently doing. Usually we want to put a limit to work in progress to not overload ourselves. And then the done items are the product backlog items that were completed. So this is Agile pretty much in a nutshell. Of course, there are different methodologies in which you implement those, but those are for another video. Personal sprints. So in real life, how should you apply the personal sprints? So treat sprints on a 7 days or a week each sprint, and for each sprint you plan which items you'll be working on. So things like weekly groceries, a grocery run, your major grocery run for the week, and a family outing and family gathering. That's for sprint number 1. And also you typically, these are regular tasks or regular activities that you can repeat throughout different sprints. But there are also irregular tasks and activities, like paying the bills. You don't pay the bills every week, you usually pay them every month. So you want to make sure that you do that. You dedicate some time for that within the week, within one of the weeks in your month. And for example, let's say you want to research for a laptop or get a laptop. So the first week you research for it, the next week you buy the new laptop after doing your first week of research. And declutter the living room. That's something you want to do. You don't want to do on a weekly basis, but you want to do it sometimes. So these are things that you can organize around. Every week you list the tasks, your weekly tasks, and you do them week by week, complete them week by week through planning. And at the end of each week you reflect, how did you perform? Do you need to make any adjustments? Do you need to make any corrections so that you can do better next week? And you plan for each week by week. So you make adjustments. So by the end of sprint 2, you plan for sprint 3, what are you going to do, what's going to happen, and such. So that's how you implement your personal sprints. And on a daily basis, you want to use your daily Kanban. So there are daily activities that you want to perform, of course. So some people want to do groceries, clean the dishes, do car service. Of course, they'll want to eat lunch and dinner and breakfast. So in this example here, you have already completed your breakfast, you already made your bed, you already took a shower. So what's in progress? So cleaning the living room and reflecting. And as we said, usually in your Kanban approach, you limit the work in progress. So you can only do, for example, in this example, 3 tasks at a time. So you can clean the living room and reflect while doing it. But at the same time, you can only either dance or watch Space Tune, for example. So you need to decide which one is more important for you to do. And based on that, that's how you organize your work throughout the day. And as we discussed earlier, there's a contrast between recurring tasks and irregular tasks. So recurring tasks anchor your capacity. They are repeated activities that form daily or weekly rhythms. Things like showering, work, family time, checking the messages, breakfast, lunch, dinner, daily exercise, general cleaning. All of these are regular tasks or activities that you do on a regular basis, in which you do them on a daily routine, and you anchor and you adjust your irregular tasks, those that you want to do on an irregular basis, around. So for irregular tasks, those are occasional activities requiring flexible planning, or they are one-off activities. So like paying the bills, doing the car service, medical checkup, a special purchase, conducting an interview, doing research, catching up with an old friend, deep cleaning the house, or a break day. So these are irregular active tasks that you do on an occasional or one-off basis. So a call for action: build your backlog. So list out the work items that you do on a regular basis and irregular basis for the week, and organize them. And run a 1-week sprint do your work in an organized fashion on a weekly basis, do your tasks, and at the end of each week, reflect and replan for the upcoming week. And finally, bring a Kanban board and use it at home. Either bring a physical board and list out your work items for the day and organize them, organize your tasks, and of course consider the work in progress limit. So you do only 3 tasks at a time, or 4 tasks, or 5 tasks, depending on how good are you at multitasking. And also you can also use an app called Trello. So that's also something to keep in mind and consider. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, kindly subscribe and check out my courses on Udemy.